It's your local radio station, of course, on this Sunday morning. It's East Devon Radio at coming up to 80 minutes past 11 o'clock. Now, if you're retired or semi-retired and looking for a group to join to share knowledge, enthusiasm, experience and a friendly atmosphere as well, maybe we've got just what you're looking for. Let's talk to a lady called Christine Chittock, who's the chairperson of the Exmouth U3A. A very good morning to you, Christine.
Good morning, Howard, and thank you very much for inviting me on this morning.
You are more than welcome. Right, where do we start? Let's start with how you became involved in this Exmouth U3A then.
Well, when I was approaching retirement, I'd heard about the U3A through friends who'd retired earlier, and they were so enthusiastic about the different groups and social events that I thought I'd get involved. And I joined Kettering U3A and joined their photography group, which was absolutely brilliant. Got to find out a lot more about how to use my camera, going out, taking photographs, reviewing them and everything. It was fantastic. And then in 2011, I moved down here with my husband and we discovered there wasn't a U3A. And then there was going to be an inaugural meeting in the old Elizabeth Hall, so we thought we'd go along. We went along, it was packed, we were really keen, and so was everyone else, and we joined the U3A, which set up in 2012. And we volunteered to run a photography group. And we ran that for a few years, and we also joined our local walking group, the first walking group, and there are now 6 walking groups.
Wow.
So that was brilliant and we really enjoyed it, and it was absolutely excellent because so many of the original steering group stayed on to help, and it was through them that the U3A got set up, not only for Exmouth but also the district, because we cover Aylesbury and East Budleigh and Budleigh-Salterton and Lympstone and Topsham and Woodbury-Salterton. So it covers a large area as well as Exmouth.
Why is it called U3A?
It's called the U3A because it's University of the Third Age. But it isn't a university in the sense that you have to sit and take exams and pass qualifications. It's all about learning for pleasure, for its own sake. So people come along to perhaps look into new interests, revisit old hobbies and things like that. And so it's learning for pleasure. So it is called a university, but it's a university in the sense that it's learning for fun and enjoyment.
Yes, I've written down here, sharing knowledge, experience, and so I suppose as far as the membership goes, that's all a good thing, isn't it? And particularly if you're either retired or semi-retired.
Exactly.
To get involved in a social group like that.
Yes, it's brilliant because people come along, they've been busy at work, and then finally they've got an opportunity to follow an interest that maybe they'd taken up years ago, never had the time because they were at work. And so often people are revisiting old interests. And we've got loads of groups covering arts and crafts, walking, geology, sciences, bacon, all exercise sort of groups like badminton and bowling and cycling, and the new pickleball group. There's everything that you can possibly imagine. Lots of language groups as well, book groups, discussion groups, a Zoom short.
Ideas and hobbies as well.
Yes, well what happens is when our new members come along, often they've got ideas as well, and sometimes they're keen to set up a new group as well. So people can always set up a new group if they can't find a group that they're interested in. So that often happens as well. Like recently somebody's come along and they're interested in setting up a new cooking group because we've got Bacon Taste and Cook and Share, but we've always got room for more groups.
Right, now you're celebrating a milestone really, aren't you? Because last September, am I right in thinking that you celebrated your 10th anniversary?
So, well, this has been our 10th anniversary year. Because we formed in April 2012, and so this year we've taken the opportunity to celebrate our 10 years with lots of different events. And we started with the planting of 100 trees in a copse in the Brecon Beacons, and the money for this was donated by one of our members, so that was brilliant. And They were all local trees, native to the UK, and so at some stage hopefully we'll be able to visit that. So that's a COPS for National U3A. So that was one of the things. We held a coffee morning early in the spring. We've supported Exmouth in Bloom, who are a great society, volunteers, putting up displays round Exmouth in the district, and we've had some planters with our logo on celebrating 10 years. We held a 10th anniversary celebration in Exmouth Pavilion. That was a great display, entertainment for and by our members. We had Latin line dancing, singers, musical displays, a fantastic quiz, lots of cakes by the Bacon Taste Group. So that was really great as well.
My tummy's rumbling and my mouth's watering already. Yeah, Christine. So, importantly, how did COVID affect things for you?
Well, that was interesting. In early March 2020, we had a wonderful talk in the pavilion where we hold our monthly meetings. And then we heard about the lockdowns and everything. And so we held an extra meeting of our committee and we said, right, well, we need to do something. What will we do? And what we did was set up a technical committee. And this was made up about people who knew how that we could encourage our members to still be involved and keep active whilst we couldn't all meet together. And we looked at a number of mediums to communicate with members, and we decided on Zoom. And then the technology group helped members individually on the phone, how to set up their tablets, their phones, their laptops, so that they could connect by Zoom. And then we put on weekly events on a Thursday morning, either presentations by our own members, or we invited external speakers from across the UK, because of course we could do that via Zoom, and also abroad. And we've kept that going, and now every Thursday morning we have coffee and chat sessions. And that's just for some of our members who perhaps can't get out quite so much. And we have a chat, people bring presentations and just talk about things and have a good laugh. And every fourth Thursday we have special presentations as well. And we've got one coming up on town twinning between Bath and Alkmaar in the Netherlands by Ian Bateman, one of our members. And that's going to be a really good session, I'm sure. So that's kept going, and that helped us all throughout lockdown. And some of our committee as well rang people who hadn't got the internet so that they were kept involved as well with what was going on.
Apart from presentations, do you do things like going on visits and other events as well, outside where you actually give these talks, etc.?
Oh, yes, because we've got a wonderful social committee who are really keen and enthusiastic, and they organise a number of events across the year. And last night we had the fireworks cruise put on by Stuart Line Cruises, and we went up the Ex and saw the fireworks over Topsham, and we could even see the fireworks from West Point at Exeter, which was fabulous. It was really great.
So it's two for the price of one, really.
Exactly.
How good is that?
Yeah, it was brilliant. And we had a special anniversary cruise in September. The evening light was superb, and we went right up to Ladram Bay. And it was wonderful seeing the setting sun and everything across the Jurassic Coast.
So what's coming up for the rest of this year and next year too?
Well, we've got our monthly meeting coming up this Thursday, and it's Women in the RNLI, which is quite an unusual topic, by Wendy Richards-Wood. And then in December, at our monthly meeting, they're always held on the second Thursday in the month, in the morning, in Exmouth Pavilion. And we've got Dr. Todd Gray, and he's going to do Christmas in Devon. And then we follow that by a Christmas meal at the Beacon Hotel in Exmouth. And in February, just to let everyone know, we've got a really special talk coming up, Candy Atkins, who was interviewed on Antiques Roadshow, will be talking about Jackie Muggeridge, her mother, who was a Spitfire pilot in the Second World War, and she ferried planes between the different stations across the Second World War, and that should be a really fabulous session for members, and visitors can come as well. If they just come along to the pavilion, 10 for 10:30, visitor fees just £2.
How are you funded then, Christine?
Well, we're funded by our membership. It's very reasonable. It's £12 per year. We've got 984 members, so, we're approaching income of about £12,000 a year. And that obviously helps fund the fee for the pavilion, the insurance with the U3A nationally. Members get a newsletter and the Third Age Trust magazine as well from the U3A. So that's basically how we're funded, because we're a charity.
And are you looking for new members here?
Well, we always welcome new members because we are a large U3A. We cover a large district and we offer a lot of groups, and it's good for new members to come along with fresh ideas as well. So, yes, we're always looking for new members.
And I think, if I'm right in saying, the criteria is here that you've got to be retired or semi-retired.
Yes. I mean, there's no age limit. You can probably be as young as you like, really. And we have got some younger members as well. Tends to be mostly older members who have retired from full-time work. But we do have some members that are still working. I mean, when I joined the U3A, I was still working, supervising, teaching students at Marjon. So we definitely have some members who are still working.
Now, contact details for anybody who may be thinking about joining the Exmouth U3A. Give us the details, if you will.
Well, the best way to contact us is simply by putting in Exmouth and District U3A, and then that will come up with our website. And then go to the contact page and contact any of the people on there, the chair, the vice chair, the membership secretary, and then we can get back to you straight away. And we've also got a Facebook page and a YouTube site as well, where you can see presentations from the past and the chat on the Facebook page.
Good to talk to you this morning, Christine. Thank you so much for coming in and enlightening us all about the Exmouth U3A. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, thank you very much, Howard, as well. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking to Christine Chittock, who's the chairperson of the Exmouth U3A.